Hello, my name is Eric, and I'm not going to play this video, but I'm going to describe some parts of the Sarod and explain what this is. And this is a Sarod. It is a musical instrument from North India. It has 23 strings, and I'll go ahead and just describe it briefly. So this instrument is, it originally came from Afghanistan, or it evolved from the rabab from Afghanistan, came down into North India, where it was adapted a little bit. It got a steel fingerboard, and it became a little more adapted to the vocal Indian style. So the Sarod, there's many great players in India, and some play more of a Afghan style, of like a rabab style. Others play more of an Indian vocal style. So it's a very interesting instrument, and there's this wide range of music within this instrument. To pluck the notes, we actually have a coconut pick that we use. It's kind of large, and we will play, there's 23 strings, but we really only fret or finger the top 4, which still gives us a pretty good range. And on the strings where we push down the notes, we actually have nails on this hand, and what that does is gives us the ability to slide on the metal strings. So all of this sliding can give a real melodic singing style. And it might be interesting to know that when in the rabab they have these gut strings, so you're not doing any sliding, but with the Indian Sarod you're doing a lot of sliding because the strings are metal, so it really makes that easy to do. So I just played on the 4 of those strings there, so it gives a very nice range. And there's some other strings when you're playing the Sarod. There's something called the chakari string, which are these drone strings up here. So you'll often hear these played, and it's basically, if you know about music theory, it's the tonic of the scale. Kind of gives a nice background to the other notes you're playing on top of it. The strings go over a bridge here, which is usually like a deer horn, so it has to be very hard, and to keep the metal strings from kind of wearing holes. So this is usually deer, and you've got this chromed metal fretboard, and the body itself is often teak or a tune wood. Tune wood is a lot lighter, and teak is this really heavy wood. Now I just started this video, but I forgot to include the tuba on top of this Sarod, so I'm gonna attach that, and we'll talk about that. So I've got this tuba attached, and it's this hollow wooden resonator, and it gives a little more volume to the Sarod. It's just a little more mass, you get more sustain, more volume. Of course, with these days, with amplifiers and electric mics, it doesn't really, it doesn't matter as much as it used to, but it does definitely give a little bit of, a little more of the room sound. Now, you've got a bunch of these sympathetic strings, which you never play. And that's what all of these little miniature tuning pegs on the top are for. So on this Sarod, this is a 6-peg Sarod. Sometimes you have 8-peg Sarods. You've got these 15 pegs to tune the sympathetic strings, and these sympathetic strings, without getting too complex, you actually retune those for every different raga you play, which is the style of music that you play on the Sarod. And hopefully, to keep it a little simple, the way the sympathetic strings work is if I place a note on the Sarod like this note, the sympathetic strings that are tuned to that exact same pitch will start ringing. And what this really does is it gives kind of a reverberation sound, like you're in a large room. it kind of has a reverb sound like you're on an amp. And it helps reinforce the raga too, because all of those sympathetic strings are tuned to the same notes in the raga. So the strings themselves are stainless steel. Here, the top two are actually electric guitar strings. It's actually a 7 and a 10. And the other two, actually the third one is also an electric guitar string, and it escapes my memory. I think it's a 12. And below that, there's actually bronze strings. So, which, are large bronze strings, and they actually give a very nice sound to the Sarod. So the style of music we play on the Sarod is called a raga, and there are many different types of ragas with different feelings and sounds. Some of them are basically sound just like the major scale in Western music, and others sound much more modal. So there's just some great sounds, and I love the ambiance of a lot of the ragas, and there's a lot of improvisation too. There's a huge amount of improvisation in Indian music, so every concert you see is going to be different. So there's really a lot to talk about that I can't cover in this video, and so I'm sorry if it just sounds like it's all over the place, but I'm just trying to give you an introduction. So my goal with this channel is to basically let people know the Sarod exists, and to play a few pieces, and to hopefully do some transcriptions, and basically just let the greater United States know about Indian music, and there's so much richness there, and people aren't just aware of it. So I really hope you found this video educational. There's 2 other videos that you could check out on this channel. So this makes the 3rd video, so it's a big milestone. And so I only have a couple subscribers now, so it would be great if you could subscribe and support the channel, and that would actually encourage me to do more of this. So thank you for checking out this intro video. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see if we can get this channel off the ground. Thank you very much. Once again, I'm Eric, and this is the North Indian Sarod. Thank you very much.